My morning mile walk in preparation for the ALS walk that I'll be doing sometime very soon. I just want to let people know that I've started really researching into what ALS involves, and it's awful. I mean, all diseases are awful, of course, but when something hits your family so up close and personal, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different story. Yes, I do believe in healing. I believe God can heal anything. But I also believe that Luke was a doctor in the Bible, so obviously there were illnesses that needed physical cures as well. And all of us who are championing with Tonia are believing for the physical cure of her disease and reversal of it, if nothing else. And I, of course, am coupling that with my faith to believe in miracles. And I hope you guys will too. Okay, anyway, I'm out walking. I'd love to talk to anybody that wants to chat. I don't know a whole lot about this particular situation other than it's a family member. It's my husband's cousin, my cousin through marriage. And somebody go through this and not know how to help. And the only way I know to help is to condition my body to do this walk so that when it comes time to actually walk, I'm ready. I was going to eat a protein carb meal this morning, but I totally forgot because after doing some research on this, just her devastation was all that was on my mind, literally. I know that I've said before that it feels like this world is very unreal sometimes and how we can't take things with us when we pass on. But sorry about that. Stiff person syndrome, I guess it's called. Um, whose body shuts down and goes through painful spasms and seizure-like things. And, I guess when you see people suffering, like physically suffering, mentally suffering, emotionally suffering, if you have a heart, it kind of makes all of your problems just pale in comparison. And also, if you have a heart, you want to do what you can to ease their pain, ease their suffering, maybe even end their suffering. And the hope is that ALS one day will be ended. Stiff body syndrome or disease will also be ended. Our bodies are very intricate specimens, and they're capable of amazing things, but when they don't work, we feel it. We feel it through pain, lack of oxygen, intense cramping, twingy pains, all kinds of awful symptoms that are so uncomfortable. Because while we're in this world and we're in these bodies, we have nerves connecting to our brain and we feel that stuff. And the one thing I've noticed in studying these different diseases, and hopefully as the days go on, my breathing will be better because right now it's a little bit hindered. And they said that the outdoor air is not exactly optimal for walking today, so probably should have used my inhaler first. Note to self. Anyway, one word that keeps coming up when I research different diseases is isolated. People feel isolated. Now, thankfully, because of the internet, because of social media, people are able to find other like-minded people, like-bodied people, and they can find support from other people that have gone through these things. It still doesn't take away their pain, their suffering, but it makes them feel a little bit, or maybe a lot, less alone. So if you're suffering from any of these types of diseases or other diseases, please find a support system. Everybody needs a support system, People even on here that go into chat rooms, you're looking for a support system. Yeah, you talk crass and potty-mouthed and perverted and inappropriate by my standards, but I understand that Really what you're looking for is an escape from your suffering and other people that get you, other people that can stand with you. And even if they can't fight with you, maybe you don't even tell them what's wrong with you. There are people that are in your central vicinity, even if it's just online, who are talking and yakking it up and having a good time and, just hanging out. We call it in Christian or spiritual circles fellowship. And there can be fellowship around any different causes. It's not always a religious, as people say, spiritual cause. It can be a cause of illness that people fellowship around. So yeah, I get you. I understand why you go in chat rooms and do what you do. I may not agree with everything everybody says or how they go about it, and it doesn't make sense to me many times. But what does make sense is you're hoping for community. You're hoping for someone to just say hi to you. Literally, some people live for that. Hi, Mary. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Scott. Hi, this. Hi, that. I'm making up names, by the way. I'm not directing this at anyone in particular. But yeah, a lot of people just live for that good morning, hi type thing. Ow. Hang on, I got an itch on my back. A lot of high pollen count today outside. All right, anyway, we're at the first part of the mile. I'm going back. That was about a quarter of a mile right there. Now we're going to go and grab the other quarter going back home. And then I'll do that one more time, and that's a full mile. All right, anyway. Yeah, so I'm walking because this walk in particular is not to raise money or whatever. But honestly, if you want to donate, your donations are going to go right to our cousin Tonia. Yeah. And for research or whatever they're using any funding or donations for ALS. I'm not going to keep any of it because I want to do this for her. Because if I was the one suffering from this, and heaven, Yahweh, and everybody up there forbid I ever do suffer from any type of disease, including ALS, I would want people to stand for me and do what they could for me, because that's what we do for each other. So yeah, if you want to donate, you definitely can PayPal me and let me know for Tonia, for ALS, whatever, and let me know, and that money will go directly to them, because that's what matters to me right now. I know a lot of people probably think, well, Dee Dee doesn't really even know Tonia. I know her enough that I've met her at family gatherings. I've talked to her a little bit. She has a family, and I know she's a fellow human being that's suffering. And although I can't literally physically take away her suffering, I can pray for her. And I believe God does miracles. And I can also help raise money to raise awareness, maybe find treatments for people with diseases. And I'm just one voice. I'm just one tiny little person over here just saying, well, what can I do? What can I do? I felt devastated when I heard she had this. And I didn't really show it on the outside to our aunt or anything like that, because I didn't want to bring her through anything more than she's going through. We've been seeing her a lot. We've been hanging out and eating dinner with her and stuff, and my husband's mom. And when I heard that, my heart broke when she said Tonia had ALS, because I knew what it was. Somebody in the family, their boss had it, and they were pretty close to their boss, and they watched the man go downhill. They saw it unfold right in front of them, and it's awful. Degenerative diseases are horrible. I mean, all diseases are horrible, obviously, but watching somebody deteriorate in front of you is awful. Alzheimer's is another one that's very similar as far as, I guess, the way it operates, like ALS, just the gradual degeneration. I have degeneration in my spine, in my lower back. I don't know all of what that is going to entail over time. Maybe surgeries, maybe some kind of drugs. I don't know. I hope not. I hope God just heals it. That'd be great. A lot of it's just aging, because As you get older, things start shutting down and getting less unless you have the money to buy the drugs, the pills, whatever, the fitness equipment, or the gym membership to keep active. And then even then there's, never a guarantee, because our bodies eventually are meant to just crumble and go into the ground. That's the truth of the matter. As scary as that is, I don't even like talking about it or thinking about it, because as I'm in my later 50s, it's even more imminent. So, that part scares me, that one day this all ends and there's just like either nothingness or eternity. And I believe there's eternity because I choose to believe there's eternity. Because I believe I hear the voice of God, the voice of His Spirit. But can I prove it to you? Nope, and I wouldn't even try. So, anyway, we are now at the halfway mark of the mile. And we are going back for the second half. And then we will have our mile in for the morning. So it's a little bit of a hike. It's not too terribly bad, but I'm getting out here early while it is cooler out, because it's supposed to get in the 90s again, I believe, today, or the high 80s. And I don't do 80s and 90s. That's miserable. All right, anyway, let me turn the chat on here in case I'm missing anything. I doubt I am, though. There we go. Okay. No, I'm not missing anything. Nobody said anything. Probably nobody's up. It's super early here. Is it even 8 o'clock yet? I don't know. Yeah, it's 8:11. So, all right. I have been, like I said, I've been doing research on ALS. One of the things they think may be linked to it is a bacteria called, it's BMA. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hi, Tina. Thanks for letting me know you're there. Good morning. Thanks for watching. So there's a bacteria called BMA. And interestingly enough, this bacteria is found in contaminated fish, which, as you know, I like to eat fish. So that kind of perked my ears up. But of course, it's only in contaminated lakes. I think it's called a cyanobacteria or something like that. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know exactly what it's called. But it's not a good thing. And it's also linked to the mercury in fish. The salmon I eat, or the cod, is like wild caught. And I don't know if that makes a difference. I haven't really researched deeper into it. And I don't eat a lot of fish like I was, because I started being concerned about the mercury in it again. So my meals are definitely consisting still of mostly whole food plant-based, but some meat in between, not a lot. I'm very leery of meat, even though I need a little bit to grow my hair and my nails, apparently. I don't want to get in the habit of having a meat-heavy diet either. Now, I know you carnivores out there will be screaming from the highest hilltop, no, eat lots of meat. Don't eat anything but meat. No, thank you. I just don't want to take the chance. Because there's diseases from meat too, like E. coli and other things that can happen. So I don't think an overall focus on any one thing in saturation is a good idea. But anyway, getting back to our topic. Yes, the BMA, I think, is found in fish and linked to higher incidences of ALS. So diet does possibly have some linkage to what's causing this. I guess the best bet is to just really watch what you eat. Be careful you're getting as fresh and organic as possible. Wild caught from reputable sources and not contaminated lakes. I think Lake Michigan was one where they said they were getting fish that was contaminated. I don't remember exactly, but ALS is it called amyotrophic? I'm not going to try to say it. ALS is where the neurons in the brain and spinal cord become dysfunctional in some way, shape, or form. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but It basically means you lose use of your limbs, your arms, your legs, eventually your breathing. And it's a fairly gradual process. I believe it's 3 to 5 years. It just gets worse and worse. You end up wheelchair bound. Obviously, you can't dance or move or walk or do anything. Like, she can't get up and walk like I'm doing anymore. I don't know if she danced. I'm sure she danced like at weddings and stuff. And the point is, you can't function. It's a brain effect. It makes your thinking different, kind of like Alzheimer's, like I said. I don't have the page open right at the moment about it, but if you look up ALS, you'll definitely find out what it is. And it's very sad and very unfortunate and devastating to those that have it. And that's why I'm going to walk. That's why I am going to stand up and say, I want this disease stopped. I want it halted. And they, like I said, there are medicines that they're checking out, trials and such, that can slow it down. But so far there is no cure, no human cure, I will put it that way. I do know there's a lady on YouTube that claims she has been healed by God of ALS. So I haven't watched that video yet, so I don't know what that entails. But I mean, I believe in a God of miracles. I choose to believe there are miraculous things that happen in people's lives that can set them free from this kind of stuff. So, and until I know otherwise, I'm going to believe in healing and deliverance for Tonia from this awful disease. I'm going to go pick some black-eyed Susans as soon as this car passes. These are so pretty. I think this will be the representative Tonia flower here, if I can get down here to get it. In this gully. I got to go down to the gully to get it. But it's worth it. Let's see. Woo, okay. Let's see if I can get this branch here. They're not the easiest things to pick, that's for sure. But they don't belong to anybody. Everybody's moved out of that house where they are, so I may as well grab them. They're just going to die. Okay, I got me some black-eyed Susans. Now to get back up out of the gully. Okay. All right, I'm back, y'all. Oh, man. All right, well, we're walking back home now. I'm going to definitely get some breakfast when I get home because I'm super hungry. There we go. Black-eyed Susies for Tonia, on behalf of Tonia, who's battling ALS. All right. Well, I don't have much else to say. I just really wanted you guys to know about it, and please pray for Tonia, of course, if you're a praying person and believe in the power of prayer, the power of positive thinking, whatever positivity you can send up into the atmosphere would be great and appreciated. And yes, if you want to donate, like I said, send it to my PayPal. It's just paypal.com, delusiondispeller@gmail.com is my email. And you can donate to Tonia, and I will make sure she gets it. In fact, if you do it soon, the walk is coming up, I believe it towards the end of this month, or maybe next month, August. I think it's the 18th of August, but don't mark my words on that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have my schedule or calendar in front of me, but if I raise some money, any amount of money, I'm going to get it out of my PayPal account, put it into my bank card, withdraw it, put it in an envelope, and give it to my aunt or give it directly to Tonia, even if it's just a few dollars. Any little bit says, hey, we care, we love you, we're thinking of you, we're hurting with you. We're sorry that you're going through this horrible thing that's ravaging your body. So much I take for granted. And I'm going to say me because I'm talking about my own culpability here. I wake up every morning. I was thinking of this when I stood up on my feet, and I thought, how many people get ready to get out of bed and their feet crumble under them? Who knows why? A disease, an illness, whatever. I'm super grateful for everything I have. And although I'm dealing with some health issues too, I'm very, very thankful for what is working in my body and my life. And I just hurt for other people that are going through struggles. Thank you for your thumbs up. That means a lot. Yeah, like, share, subscribe this video if you want, or my channel. I'd love to have more subscribers. I know I'm having a lot of subscribers these days, so very blessed about that. Anyway, my walk is done. I have walked a mile officially. I am going to head up my pathway to my house, get some breakfast. I got some errands to run today. Got to get some kitty food and stuff for the cats and other things. But I wanted to spend a few moments with you. I don't even really need this umbrella. I mean, it is raining a little bit, but not a whole lot. So I didn't really need this, but just in case. I didn't want to get soaked and cold and uncomfortable. But yeah, fight for Tonia. Send her some money so she can beat this stupid thing. Or at least so she knows that there is a YouTube channel that cares, that wants to help her. No, this is not a guilt trip. It's not a mercy call or anything like that. I'm saying it with all sincerity. I want my cousin to know that people care. And if nothing else, she knows I do because I'm making a video on her behalf. So I love you, Tonia. I'm sorry. I'm praying. We're praying. Many people out here that are going to watch this or are watching it are praying for you. And we're going to believe for a cure. We're going to believe for healing and a miracle, because that is what my God is capable of. But also people are capable of finding things through science that help with reversal and stopping these kind of things. Human minds are pretty smart. God gave us a lot of very creative and intellectual abilities, and when we put those together in the right way, we can come up with cures for things. So that's what I'm believing for today. That's what this video was about. All for Tonia to fight ALS, to get a cure for ALS, healing and miracles for ALS. For Tonia. These flowers are for Tonia too. I'm going to go put them in my vase and think of Tonia and pray for her this morning. You guys do what you can, or just pray, or send positive vibes our way, or whatever. I will keep you updated on Tonia's progress and otherwise. All right, the rain is starting to come down, so I probably should get in the house. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.